My apologies in advance. I haven't made a video in about a week, but that's just strictly because I didn't feel the need to make a gaming video in so long, and so today I'm gonna do something that I really enjoy, and that was just like open, debatey kind of videos. And a lot of you guys might recently be going back to school. If you're for a younger audience or from an older audience, you're probably just going to college anyways. And so I was just on Facebook, and I might do these a lot more because these are a lot easier to just do as a transaction of a video. It's pretty difficult at the moment to edit videos, so I'll just do like an open live debate. So just have like video talking and me responding kind of thing, and I'll just pause in between and shit. So
Today is my, I believe, sixth day of school, and I'm currently sitting at home because I was kicked out of class for my dress.
I mean, I personally finished high school. To anyone, I'm just gonna assume that she's in high school because of the way she's presenting herself. You know, just her general age when you look at her face, unless she looks 45 to you or something. But if any of you guys have been to high school, you or middle school for that matter, even any kind of government organized type of academy, you will understand that there are regulations that happen when you go there. You know, there's a dress code, and so you know, I've seen girls being removed out of the class before for the things they've wore, and I've also seen boys being removed out of class because the bigger issue here is that the video is calling schools sexist in their school systems. But realistically speaking, anytime that anyone does not abide to the dress code, they were to be put in some kind of, they're to be given some kind of penalty.
This is the dress I'm currently wearing. It's
So to cut her off right there, she says it's strapless, and when I went to high school, the big thing for a lot of people was that you cannot wear like no strap. You know, like even on video right now, I'm not doing this, but you can't wear like a no strap shirt. Even if girls were to wear, girls couldn't wear spaghetti straps either because there was a rule about how big of the actual strap could be. So generally speaking, you just there's like a certain, I think it's like one, I want to guess it's 3 inches actually, like probably like this big. I think it's 3 inches for a tank top or something like that. And when I went to high school, that's what the rule was. And it's 2017, so it's been like 4 years since I was in high school. But I mean, in the past 4 years, I guess that rule hasn't changed. So that's my cat in the background, by the way. She's in heat, so just ignore her.
strapless, which they had an issue with, and their options for me were to either put on a shirt or to sit in ISS all day.
So, me being the independent woman that I am given an option. That when you go somewhere, you are given rules. You know, like say for example, I want to go to a dirt biking kind of like facility, right? And they're gonna say you need to wear a helmet and you need to wear proper gear. We'll be like, no, I'm not gonna wear a helmet. I'm doing what I want. And they're gonna be like, okay, so here are your options. You can wear the fucking helmet or you can get the fuck out. And so me being someone in the year 2017, instead of saying, "Oh yeah, I'll just put the fucking shirt on," I'll be like, "Nah, fuck you, system, I'm out," and then make a video complaining about it. That's what I'm gonna assume is gonna happen.
And do my homework. Most of my classes have been reaching 90 plus degrees, and we have no air conditioning, and most classes only have one fan in them.
So I don't know about you guys, but as of right now, it's been raining. It's very cold outside. So in my area, this is 2 weeks ago actually. So I'm in a different climate compared to this woman. But yeah, I've been in my house where it's been like 100 plus degrees, and I didn't have air conditioning. I didn't fight the system. It was annoying, but here I am alive, so I lived through it. And you know, sometime in life things are difficult, but we can get through them. So you know.
And today I decided to wear a strapless dress to
So today she decided to wear a strapless dress. So she is aware of the dress code, and she went to school not in compliance with the dress code, and then is upset that she was penalized for what she wore. So basically, like, for example, you go to a store, it says no shoes, no service. You walked in without shoes and expected service, and you were then denied service. And so now you are upset, even though pre-entering the facility, you understood that you were not following the rules of the facility. So now you're upset because the world doesn't kind of attend to you. And then you call it, you like, I don't know if it's clickbait or whatever, but you want to call it sexist. But the reality is that it's not sexist. There's just rules. I'm sure if a guy went to school with his shirt off, they'd tell him to go home. So I don't. It's funny that they called it sexist, though.
kind of alleviate, maybe make my day a little bit less miserable than it usually is. Humiliated.
I like that she points out right here. She says, make her day
Less
less
miserable than
miserable
it usually.
than it usually is. So this is like tone of choice of words, basically. This is incredibly victimizing. You're saying, I want to make my day less miserable, so just let me, like, come on, do me a favor and just be nice to me. It's like, no, it's not about your feelings. It's about the fact that there's rules. So you need to follow the rules. It's not like, oh, I understand that your day's hard, but that doesn't mean that you have a pass. It's like, I mean, unless it's an actual like medical issue or a disability of some sort, like if you were gonna overheat, pass out, and have a heart. See, I'm more than sure if this actually affected the overall well-being or the student's health, they would be like, yeah, you're allowed to do this because some kids having a seizure or a stroke or a heart attack, and because the school board would get sued, and you know you could have the place shut down. Yeah, none of that's happening. It's just a little girl with a fucking camera yelling at the internet.
Usually is humiliated, called out.
Humiliated. It's funny that she says that I am now humiliated. She went in knowing she wasn't supposed to wear this. Then she went in wearing this, and then she felt humiliated. So you shouldn't feel humiliated. You should just blatantly feel stupid because there are rules. And so if you were deciding that you were going to break the rules, why would you feel humiliated? That's just that's a lack of consistency. It's like, hi, I know this is strapless. I know I'm not supposed to be wearing this, but then I wore it to school and now I feel humiliated. No, yeah, you should feel humiliated at yourself. Not humiliated that she got called out in front of the class, but humiliated because you're just blatantly stupid. Just blatantly like.
In front of the whole class, over my shoulders. Do you think boys get calls home like this?
It's not in reference to the boys. Again, we're switching the scenario if in its entitlement. This entire argument that she's putting out is saying that it's a sexist thing, but at the same time, I can assure you that if a boy showed up to school wearing no shoulders, I mean, boys don't generally wear that unless there's some flamboyant child. I mean, that's just dress code of choice. I know for a fact that there was a rule, like if you were to stand up, wherever your hands land on the side, I gotta lower this a little bit. Wherever your hands land at the side of your body, like just right here, your shorts could not be lower than your fingertips. So I know that there was like certain rules instituted, or like there's just different things that you have to play in compliance with. But there are rules. You don't want to play by the rules, and now you're upset, which is just ridiculous. And instead of directly, see, I play black and white, right? I play black and white. This is what I do. This place says do not set fire. You decided to set fire. And now you're saying, oh, it's because I'm a girl. That's why you care that I set fire. It's like, no, 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 no. Remove the gender issue from the equation. Remove the fact that you can just go victimize yourself and jump on the internet for, not attention, but like because you want someone to support you, but you're in your cause. There is no supporting in your cause. You are not supposed to do this. And then you decided to do this. And now you want someone to back you up. This is called enabling bad behavior, and instead of enabling, you should get the exact opposite. You should be told that you're wrong. This does not deserve 22 million views and people saying, yeah, you're doing the right thing, and no, this is not the right thing at all.
Nope. But they try to tell me they do.
But they try to tell me, like, I like how she's like, but they try to tell me they do. Like, she tries to get up in the camera. I've seen boys get dress coded. I've seen girls get dress coded. I don't what the fuck was this is not necessary.
But they try to tell me they do. And they also
and then she like backs up
told me to pick my battle.
To pick my battles. You're picking a losing battle. Like, and in the same situation, I would say the exact same thing. Like, why are you fighting this knowing that you're wrong? Again, it says don't set fire. You decided to set fire. Now you're like, but I should be allowed to set the fire because I'm a girl and this, like, no, 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 no. That's...
Honey, this is me picking my battles.
Let me just explain to you. You got a really, really nice dress, right? I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. You said that there's only one fan in the room and it's really, really hard. And she gets kind of condescending. She victimizes herself and then she condescends. She's like, honey, this is me picking my battle. How about this? Like just blatantly, right? Let me just go check it. This is you picking your fucking battles, right? $13. You just I don't know. Refine the shirts. This is a very nice fan. I personally own this one for $20. Okay, that's you picking your fucking battles, right? That dress, in assumption, unless you got it from Goodwill, the necklace and the dress, whatever the fuck you're wearing, right? This whole thing from head to toe, minimum cost you $20, right? Ask your parents, can I have $20 so I can buy you have a bunch of stuff on your room. When I was a kid growing up, I didn't have shit in my room. So my point is that like with $20, you could buy a fan. And I dare you, take a fan to school and see if a teacher stops you from plugging in the fan into your classroom, right? That's you picking a battle. But you see the difference there is that would be that's creating a solution, right? That dress in assumption, because if it's strapless, I would assume that it costs a certain sum of money because it's stylish, right? So there's you picking your battles. For $13, for $20, go buy a fan. Why can't you just do that? I used to take my PS3 to school and play that on the monitors and no one would bother me, right? Because I'm not bothering anyone. You are bothering people because there are rules. See, what happens is if they let you slide for dress code, then it's not just, oh, why does she get to do that for dress code? It's why can't I do this in general? Why can't I do that? Or why can't I do that? You let one person do one thing and then it creates a whole other array of problems. Dear God.
Women have been oppressed since the beginning of time.
Women have been oppressed since the beginning of time, and this relates to you. Women voting rights, women being raped, all this strictly relates to the fact, right? You need to again victimize yourself. You're bringing up racial oppression, not racial oppression. You're bringing up sexism or being sexist due to the fact that there's a rule saying do not do this, and you decided to break the rule, right? Like, for example, I got my freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean that I can just like walk into the White House and say I'm gonna shoot the president. Why? Because that's stupidity. Like, you have the general freedom. Like, if you wanted to wear that outside of school, I guarantee you that no one's gonna stop you, right? But if you wear this at school, you can't, because there's a rule saying you can't do it.
Time. We're constantly objectified in school, in movies, in literature, everywhere. Women are seen as objects. I am just nothing more than a sexual pleasure.
I see. It confuses me why you would go so far. Women are objectified to a degree, but at the same time, like, it all tailors to the audience. You know, this is very interesting. Like, I feel like this is another topic to discuss in its entirety. And if you want to talk about women being objectified and all this, you want to be a feminist or whatever you want to do, that's a topic entirely in itself, and I could be lenient to look at the opposing sides in that. But the difference is that this argument has nothing to do with women being objectified or being for whatever, right? Like, for example, I'm pretty damn sure that there is Muffin, shut up. Muffin! Give me like 1 second. Oh, she shuts up when I get up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like oh, fuck. Don't worry about that. Anyways. So if you're gonna fight this battle about, like, sexism or whatever, I largely encourage you to go enroll in gender studies. Like, if you want to go be an activist for women's rights, you go and do that. But that's not gonna happen if you're supporting back to that is the fact that women can't wear like open shouldered shirts. You see, the difference is that this is the example. I just lost my train of thought. Like, there's a dress code, I believe, and I don't know if it's instituted at your school, but for example, you cannot wear open-toed shoes to school. I'm about 100% sure that you cannot wear open-toed shoes to school. I remember seeing some girls with flip-flops and shit. Maybe I'm thinking about work now. But you see, at work, when they tell you you cannot wear open-toed shoes, at least when I worked in restaurants, the reason for this is because this is a safety precaution, and it also has to do with hygiene. It has nothing to do with, oh, we made this rule because people have a foot fetish and we're trying to sexualize people. No. Like, for example, girls at my school were not allowed to dye their hair blue because it's very distracting, which I can agree with. I think it's a stupid rule, but I can agree with it. And again, If you would like to control the school's rules, I largely encourage you to go work on the staff for the school. Like, if you think that women have the right to wear, like, open shouldered shirts, but at the same time, it's not just about women, because that doesn't say girls are not allowed to wear their shoulders. It's the strap part, because girls wore tank tops at my school and weren't given a problem. It's how thin the fucking strap is. It has to do with picking your battles, because in a sense you're saying like, oh, this is all women who are treated this problem, or this is all people. I guarantee you that more than 50% of the population of the school that I attended that were females never had to deal with these problems, or at least probably 90%, or maybe even 95%. The only 5% of the girls that have to deal with this issue are the girls that are, I want to say raunchy, but I don't want to use that word. The girls that just feel super entitled and are like, I'm gonna do this my way, or it's like, but you're like what, 14? You're like 16 years old. I get it. I get it. You feel like you're evolving or whatever, and you deserve so much privilege and right. The difference is that you are not in your bedroom. You are not in your bedroom. You're at a public institution where there are rules, right? There's certain rules you play by. There's, like, if we're gonna call school a game, there's rules you play by in the game. If you don't want to play by the rules, don't play the game. If you think it's so bad and women are so fucking oppressed about having a no strap dress, then I don't know, drop out of school if it's that bad, right? Or I'm gonna assume that this was posted 2 weeks ago, and since that you've just wore regular shirt to school and you got the fuck over it, right? I'm just gonna guarantee, since you're 22 million views, you've actually just got you don't just publicly every day go to school with the no cut bare shoulders, because you got the point. This is a stupid battle, and life goes on. Like, there's things. This is why I said pick your battle. There's things worth fighting for, and there's things not. This is 2 weeks old. In those 2 weeks, have you worn no straps again, or did you have you died from the heat? Is your life as miserable?
I mean, seriously, like, could you make it any more clear and obvious? What about my shoulders was affecting your ability to teach or my ability to learn?
If they let you break the rules with one thing, they have to let someone break the rules with another thing. That's the general gist. It wasn't teach my ability to learn, it's the fact that they have to enforce the rules. Like, another rule to enforce is that student cannot curse, right? I would assume, or like have used prolific what's the word? Use derogatory language in the classroom. Right? I have to get all fancy with my terminology, right? If someone just says, fuck your mother and blah blah, the teacher's gonna be like, can you leave the classroom, right? There's just rules you play by. This is one of the rules.
I mean, seriously, I was sitting in personal finance trying to get my education, and you decided that my shoulders were inhibiting that. You make girls feel so self-conscious.
I don't know what the you part is, but she's saying you, so now she's targeting one person specifically, and she says, you make me feel self-conscious, or you make them feel self-conscious. So now she's taking one person and having that person speak for the masses. So I don't know if she's talking about the school education, or if she's talking about people that are sexist, but she says you, so I would assume it's one. I don't know, this is something else to be addressed. But in the meantime, this is interesting.
About themselves. If a woman is comfortable in what she's wearing, more power to her.
I think that's stupid. I think this is a very stupid comment. This is a very, very stupid comment. I feel like, yeah, if you're at home, if you're in a private environment, kill yourself for all I care. Do whatever the fuck you want. But once you are around other people, you have to consider the people around you. It's called empathy. Not more power to you because you feel comfortable what you're wearing. I feel comfortable wearing nothing. More power to you. No. There are rules, and people need to go by the rules. Like, as shitty as this fucking. I mean, the fact that you're even arguing this, like, I'm personally Arabian, right? But if you go to the Middle East, where you cannot enter the airport unless you have your hair covered, right? Let me ask you a question. Are you gonna go ahead and do that? Or are you just gonna not go in that area? Or if you did want to go there, would you play by the rules that they have instituted? Because they have those rules for a reason. That rule is, my cat is gonna kill me. My cat's just gonna fucking kill me today. But the point of the argument is, if you own the school, you run it however the hell you like. If you ran the Muffin.
Her, you shouldn't be knocking her down. You should be building her up. I'm so
You should not build up someone if they did not do something worth building you up for. Does that make sense? Like, you should reward good behavior with reward. You shouldn't reward bad behavior with reward. Because if you reward bad behavior, it enables them to do more bad behavior because it makes them think they're going to get rewarded again. So, where is your train of thought when you're saying please enable people to make more stupid decisions?
irritated right now. I'm like,
I mean, I'm irritated too, so.
I can't even believe the audacity of pulling a student out of class for dress code.
That's what I mean, when you get a job one day, hopefully, if you show up to work and you aren't in dress code, they'll tell you to go home or you're fired. What? And you'll be like, well, my purple shirt looks better than your black shirt. Why is it the problem? And be like, because there's a fucking reason why you don't wear this fucking purple.
You're affecting that child's education because
You're affecting that work group's workforce because they're depending on you to play by the rules, and you don't want to play by.
feel their outfit is inappropriate. I'm here to learn. I don't care what I look like. It is hot. I'm going to wear something that alleviates heat.
I'm playing football, and it's so hot outside, so today I'm going to decide not to wear my helmet when I go play at the Super Bowl because it's hot outside. Okay, you're not allowed on the field. Why? Because there's a safety regulation behind it, so you can't do that. So, did they ever say that you were specific? See, this is the funny part. This is where you turn the system into victimizing yourself. You're saying that this clothes is used as something sexual. You said it affects the boys or it does this or that, right? I don't know if the principal told you that. I don't know if anyone told you that. But the reality of the situation is that how do we explain this? Does it say in your dress code book, girls cannot wear strapless dresses because it makes 14-year-old boys horny? Is that what it says in the dress code? Or does it just say, or does it say girls for that matter? Or does it apply, does it just say you cannot wear strapless clothes? Like, where in it did you make this about your vajayjay? Like, I'm not understanding where you're taking things out of context to victimize yourself further. So, and again, about the alleviating the heat thing, when I had a job at the Hyatt and it was hot, I bought a fan and I took it to work, right? I didn't complain saying, because I didn't just show up in a fucking tank top saying, oh, I'm going to work today. No, it's really fucking simple. You could just go to your teacher and be like, hi, can I buy a fan? Or better yet, you can hold a fucking fundraiser and then raise money for your classroom to get an air conditioner. Because I guarantee you that's possible. I guarantee you could literally hold a fundraiser. Be like, hi, can you buy a box of chocolates because my school doesn't have air condition? Like 22 million views. I'm more than sure you could buy about 17 air conditioners, right?
Call me crazy.
I don't know. I was bored. I haven't made a video in a while, so this is what I decided to do with my time. I might make more of these just because I think these are fun. You guys can give me videos to react to, and I'm more than obliged to do this. I enjoy debating topics, so have a good one, people.